Stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends Iron Man retro carded wave, She-Hulk. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember now you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we're looking at this Marvel Legends Iron Man retro carded wave, which itself is a beautiful tribute to that 90s Toy Biz packaging. In front of us we have She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters on a brand new completely pinless female body, so tall in fact they had to bend her knees to even fit her in the packaging. But it is not the green skinned character we expected to see on this retro card, as I think it's a valid question to say, where the hell is the Mandarin? Not only was he in wave 1 of this Toy Biz line back in the 90s, he was also the main villain of the animated show, but yet we get She-Hulk, who didn't even cameo in the show. So again, I'm not mad at a brand new She-Hulk, I'm just confused why she is in this Iron Man retro carded wave and yet we don't get characters like the Mandarin. Very confusing, but she does look great. She comes with a set of interchangeable hands and that broken gun. If I'm being nitpicky, I would have liked an interchangeable head here. There's enough space in the box to fit it, as it would have been great to get an angry expression for Jennifer Walters as well, although I do like the smiley head that we do have. Either way, I do like the retro packaging. On the back, we get another callback to the Toy Biz days as we get this yellow stencil. No wave association though, or other figures in the line. And then we get the smallest bio ever. Let me get my magnifying glass out. It says, with incredible strength and passion for justice, Jennifer Walters fights evil as both lawyer and gamma-powered superhero, She-Hulk. So without further ado, let's get Jennifer out the box. Here we have She-Hulk out of the packaging with those few accessories either side. Let me move them out of the way and get the tape measure in so you can see that she is clearly the tallest She-Hulk we have gotten in the Marvel Legends line at just under 7.5 inches tall. And I'll do some better comparisons towards the end of the video, but I did want to bring in some of the more recent female Marvel Legend body types just so you can see now we've got a nice range of completely pinless bodies, from the new Black Widow and then the Power Princess, who a lot of us thought would be reused for a She-Hulk, but I'm very glad now looking at these that She-Hulk is on a bigger, bulkier body. And if I just swap them around, you can see now the range we have from Black Widow. Then you get a little bit more muscular with Power Princess, and then even bigger and taller for She-Hulk. So again, solid range now amongst our female Marvel Legend body types. But I want to take a closer look at She-Hulk. Zooming in, I really hope on camera it's coming across as well as it does in person, as this is a solid Jennifer Walters head sculpt. The digital face printing tech on show once again, as you can literally see individual eyelashes and those really nice green eyes there, and also the smiling face with the green lips. It is just really well executed with that new hair sculpt as well. All about the volume, very 80s style with the green highlights to bring out some of the sculpted work as well, as we have a look here from different angles. Honestly, so nice. I still think a smiling face is a great sort of embodiment of Jennifer Walters, but she's still a She-Hulk at the end of the day, so an angry expression would have been a great option for display as well. But let's have a look at the hair. As you can see, lots of sculpted detail all the way around, and if I zoom out you can see it literally goes down to her lower back, so a lot of volume on that hair from the back, with the sort of green sort of dry brushing to bring out the sculpted detail throughout, and then back all the way around to the front. Honestly, solid Marvel Legend head sculpt here for Jennifer Walters. I really do hope it comes across as well on camera as it does in person. Sometimes zooming in, it sort of makes it look a bit blurry, but I promise you, at just sort of regular arm's length for your display, she's great. Taking a look at the rest of the body, you can see they've chosen this purple sort of one-piece swimsuit, which I'm absolutely fine with. I've always liked the purple and green sort of contrast, and of course it is a callback to Bruce Banner's original trousers when he turned into the Hulk. But Jennifer had a vast wardrobe throughout the comics, and I have no doubts they're going to reuse this in the future for a few different looks, maybe the blue uniform or even the Fantastic Four uniform I know a lot of people want. And again, this body allows you to do that, as there's no additional sculpted details for the uniform. You can see that there's no sculpted strap lines at the top of the torso, and this white band is also just painted on all the way round the waist. Going down to the boots as well, they're just painted in purple with the white trim, which does nicely hide the boot swivel within the articulation. And there's also an additional piece down here on the arms, which gives the arms some more length. As you'll notice, there is a break there in the sculpt, but there's no swivel. It is just there to allow some more length for the additional height of She-Hulk, of course. So yeah, very simply done, but effective. One of the concerns of this figure when we've seen the promo images is the pinless joints for the elbows and the knees look like they are a different shade of green than the rest of the figure. Now, underneath my hot studio lights, inspecting it, it does seem that way. It definitely does come across like they're a different shade of green. But again, I promise you, I assure you, in hand, in person, it doesn't come across as harsh as it does on camera. It is absolutely fine. On your display, you are not even going to notice it. But I'm not naive. On camera, it definitely looks like they're a slightly different shade of green to the rest of the body. It seems a little bit lighter. Again, on the elbows, not so much, but definitely on the knees. But in person, it's absolutely fine. And I don't mind. I always appreciate the pinless sort of aesthetic approach that we get with these new figures. And again, in person, it's not as bad. I promise you. If I zoom out, it doesn't come across as harshly. And we really want to see how this body moves, of course. But before we do that, let's have a quick word from our friends at Legendsverse.
Let me introduce you to Legendsverse.com, a place all Marvel Legends collectors are going to want to know about. If you are looking for an easy way to keep track of your collection, what figures you have, and create wish lists, then Legendsverse can do all of this and so much more. It's a comprehensive Marvel Legends database that once you have added your collection, gives you stats like how many figures you own, how many waves and builder figures you have completed, and how much your collection is worth right now. Organize your collection in teams, upload photos of each figure, look at price guides, and share your collection with friends by showcasing your own profile. Go and sign up and see for yourself. Legendsverse.com.
Thank you, as always, to our friends at Legendsverse. If you collect Marvel Legends and you still haven't checked them out, what are you playing at? Links in the description. Now let's get to She-Hulk's articulation. As you would expect, head is very limiting because of that long sculpted hair. It is on a dumbbell joint, so forget going backwards, but it will go forward a little bit, which creates that gap at the back. Of course, you're going to get your swivel as well and a little bit of tilt, but the hair is sculpted over the shoulders very nicely. Her actual shoulders, though, will go up past 90 if you push it. There's a bicep swivel and a deep double jointed elbow. You can't be mad at the range there. It looks like there should be articulation at the wrist because of the break in the plastic, but there isn't. There is a hinge though in the wrists, in both of the hands obviously. The articulation is very limited at the waist. Now, no waist cut, it's all at this diaphragm cut up top here, so that's where you're going to get your swivel, and forget going forward and back because that's as much as you get, unfortunately. So very restricting there. She would have definitely benefited from an ab crunch or a ball joint to get her into some more dynamic poses. Legs though are fine, however, as you do have the thigh cut there. Legs will go forward pretty well, and as you would expect, double jointed, pinless knees, very nicely done. Boot cut, of course, at the top of the boots, and then you got ankle pivot rocker. Again, no problem really on the range of the legs and on the arms, just restricting on the waist and on the head. In regards to accessories out of the box, as you've already seen, she comes with a set of more expressive open palm grabby hands and also a set of fisted hands because She-Hulk isn't scared to punch you.
And I nearly forgot about her other accessory, which is actually something we've never seen before in the Marvel Legends line, and that's a broken, crumbled up, bent gun. Now, this nearly went the way of Tombstone's crowbar and fell on my floor, and I forgot all about it, as I probably won't display her with it, but at least they're trying something a little bit different. It is just a straight up black bent gun that is nicely sculpted, to be fair, but you can't really see all the sculpted detail because it's just done in that flat black plastic. But if you added some dry brushing on top of that, you'd probably see all the sort of mechanical parts come out on show a little bit more. But yeah, it's just a bent gun. What can I say? She can hold it, no problem. You can pose her holding the bent gun. But yeah, she's just snapped a gun in half. And there you go, a bent Marvel Legends black gun. Hulk smashing into comparisons. First up, a couple of Marvel Legends She-Hulks, just to show you how far we have come since the A-Force box set. At one point, that was the only She-Hulk in my collection, but this new one blows it out of the water. Obviously, they're wearing similar costumes, but obviously that one goes all the way up to the neck. That one's got the neckline, different colour boots. Very similar, but different. And then we have our more modern Savage She-Hulk over here, which did come with a more angry head, and we also got it in grey, which I do have in my hand here. So there we have our modern Savage She-Hulks compared to our sort of more classic Jennifer Walters. The one in the middle is definitely my mind's eye of She-Hulk, and I definitely prefer the more vibrant green to this sort of more base green, if that makes any sense. But I like that the differences between the figures are very obvious. But again, look how different it is between these two. That is night and day. So I hope we get more She-Hulks on this body with the different costumes. Again, because there's no sculpted detail, it does allow it, and we've seen this at the start of the video, but no harm seeing it again, just to highlight once more how great these three Marvel Legend female base bodies are. Black Widow, Power Princess, She-Hulk, three of the best female Marvel Legends, full stop, period. Not just because they're pinless and like they're aesthetically pleasing, but like proportionately, and also how well they actually represent the characters in plastic. And at the end of the day, that's what we want in our collections, accurate representations in Marvel Legends form from the source material, and that's what we get here. Three great Marvel Legends. And I'm not going to pull every single Hulk off my display, but they have all used the same base body over the years. This is one of my favorites. This is the one that came in the Wolverine 2-pack. And again, these look great together. I also think proportionately and scale-wise, they are pretty bang on. I do hope one day in the future we get a more sort of vibrant Hulk matching the green over here. And again, remember, as I mentioned, her purple attire is a callback to Hulk's purple trousers. So yeah, these two look great. As I mentioned earlier, one of the desired looks for She-Hulk will be her in her Fantastic Four uniform. Maybe we'll get that in the future on a retro card. Not this uniform though, this is the more modern version, but I wanted to show you some scale comparisons as we have Franklin and Valeria and Reed and Sue. And we may as well finish the family off. So here we have Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and of course Ben Grimm, the Thing. And it looks like to the top of She-Hulk's hair, she's actually taller than Ben Grimm. Now, is that accurate? I don't know. You tell me. So let's wrap up with some of the Who crew, and unfortunately Jocasta is still out of service, but we do have Frogman and Tigra. And last but not least, here we have Captain Britain and Hal, Fire, Hank. And cheer up, mate, because I've got you a present. Final thoughts on this Marvel Legends Iron Man, a retro card wave, She-Hulk, and I'm still scratching my head as to why she is in the Iron Man retro card wave, but I will take it. Definitely not the green skin character we expected to see, but I understand sometimes the Legends team need to get creative as to where and how they get characters out in a calendar year, as they may not fit elsewhere in the line, and I'd rather take her here than nowhere at all, as she is easily the best representation of She-Hulk we currently have available to us in the Marvel Legends line. A solid pinless representation of a more classic look for Jennifer Walters that I'm very happy to add to the display. If I had to be nitpicky, I would have liked an interchangeable angry expression as well, as she is still a She-Hulk, but I'm absolutely fine with this smiley one that we have gotten, and I'm sure we're going to get this body again used in the future for a different look for Jennifer Walters. That's usually how they play these games. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. Absolutely, she's a little bit lackluster with articulation on the top part of the body, but just standing there posed up, she's still going to look great in a display. There is no disputing that. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you like Marvel Legends, then you are in the right place. Check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button, hit all on the notification bell, don't miss out on a video, and please hit that join button, become a channel member, either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Once again, a special thank you to Legendsverse.com. Honestly, go and sign up, make an account, and start putting your collection together. Links in the description. You can find me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.